What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're going to talk about my Rag Zombie comic Regina action figure custom. Holy crap, I said it. We're also going to talk about the Fema Zombie because they were made out of the same parts. But later I'll do a video on her. Okay. So here she is on the high-tech, high-budget figure rotator. So I ordered 2 figures from Big Bad Toy Store in order to make this. And this body here is actually a Boss Fight Studio Champagne Beige female blank, and it came with a bunch of bits, 3 heads, 3 sets of feet, 2 sets of hands. Those are actually the 3rd set of feet, and these feet come from that body. And this is Gina from the Zombie Labs. She's a survivor, and basically what I did, and she came with these, but basically what I did was I head swapped from this body onto this body. And then painted it. Originally I had her displayed barefooted. These are the feet that came with the Boss Fight body, and the tennies that are on her came with the Zombie Lab body. There's a part in the comic where she does get tennis shoes, so I display her either or. I also went to Marauders, gunrunners.com, and got her this rifle with some accessories, the hollow and flashlight, vertical grip, magazine, extra magazines, and a plate carrier and pouches. So when I got the all the items that I needed to build the character, I didn't have the paint, so I ran out to the comic shop, grabbed what I thought I needed, and ended up forgetting the white. So what I did to compensate was I took this really crappy stuff right here from Walmart, and I mixed it with gloss varnish. And then from there, I added some water to make sure that it came out nice and thin. And I started doing a bunch of coats. I started by painting on the bottom of her swimsuit. And when it got to about the way I thought it was good, then I started on the top. Now, for some reason on the top, I did extra coats. I guess it was because it's a smaller area and easier to paint, but I let the paint dry out, and you can see some of the brush marks. Probably not here on the video, but it's a little chalky, and you can see the paint marks, and that was a big fail on my part. From there, the head, for some reason the survivor Gina had a gray skin tone, and that was the reason why I picked, well, that's not the reason. I had picked a champagne beige body thinking that it was going to be the lightest skin tone. I later found out that boss fight actually makes a light peach, which would have been a lot better for a ginger, I think. Um, but the skin tone was, for the Gina character, was a gray for some reason. So I did I had to repaint the face. I avoided the eyes because I have the world's shakiest hands and not the best brushes. So I didn't want to repaint her eyes. So I went in and I put a skin tone on her face. From there, I mixed together some of this red here. Evil Sun's Scarlet. Doesn't want to focus for some reason. Evil Sun's Scarlet. And then I had some old crappy paint hanging around. I threw a little bit of this brown in there. And that's what I did. What I used to do her eyebrows and all the freckles. I didn't have any toothpicks at the time, so I took a sewing needle, the smallest sewing needle that I had, and I was rotating, dipping the back and the front in the paint, and then I was dabbing it on a paper towel to take off the excess, because if I used the back of the needle, the freckles were too big, kind of like that size, maybe even a little bigger. So I was going back and forth using the needle tip and in the back and blotting off some of the paint. Sorry about that. In order to make sure that the freckles were kind of evenly sized, or different shapes and stuff. Then I used the hell was it called? Evil Sun's Scarlet, and I mixed a tiny bit of white in it and painted her lips because I didn't really like the tone that was on them. And at the time I didn't actually have like a wash, so I took again some crappy Walmart paint, and then I mixed in this crappy brown, and I threw some lacquer in there and some water, and did a wash on her hair. And then I went back and I did a dry brush with the Evil Sun Scarlet, just to make the hair stick out a little bit better. And I think that's about it. I also did I used this iron breaker. Damn camera. Used the iron breaker and did a dry brush on the rifle. And I guess I'm forgetting. I used the crappy brown mixed with some gloss varnish to do a wash on her plate carrier. Now, in the comics, she has a lot of tattoos. With the tools that I have, there's no way I could have made them come close to even looking good. And to be honest with you, I don't really like girls with tons of tattoos, so I chose to forgo that process. Now, that's my personal preference. I mean, I guess if there was some way that I could do them without making them look retarded, I would do it, but as of now, I can't. If any of you guys attempt to do this and you make it look really good, hit me up on the Twitter and show it off, dude. Let me know. Let me see it. But anyways, I guess I'm done for tonight, or done with this video tonight. So y'all have a good one.